Hey everybody, this is Felicia with The Book is Done. I have this big smile on my face because I just finished this book, The Arrangement by Kiersten Modglin. Y'all, when I tell y'all, this book is so freaking good. Oh my gosh, if I could scream, I would. Y'all, it is 10:58 at night. What is this? April 4th. So this I'm basically doing a live because I'm gonna post this up here in a few minutes, and I can't do a live like on YouTube. But excuse me, if I could, I would scream from excitement. From my understanding, this book it's a series. This is the first of three. Um, After reading this book, now I gotta get the second book. I wasn't even trying to. I still have another book of hers that I'm trying to finish, which is, or I need to get started and then continue on. So, okay, I'm looking in the back of the book. So, in looking, I just finished the arrangement. The second one is called the amendment, and the third one is called the atonement. This book was so freaking good, y'all. So good. So, okay, let me get myself together. So, is this story about this couple, Ainsley and Peter Greenberg. They are a couple. They've been together. I want to say they've been married like at least 13, 14 years because they have three children. Their oldest is, I'm sorry, I told a story. They've been together about 15, 20 years because they're out of their three children. The oldest is 14, the middle is 12, and the youngest is 10. And so they, not to say like a typical marriage, but it's just been like they've grown apart pretty much. And so it's Ainsley's idea, the wife, to come up with an idea just to kind of put some spice into their life, meaning like she doesn't want to do a divorce, but she just wants to see what can be done to spruce up stuff. So she goes and tells Peter, maybe we should see other people, but not like what you would think, like not to be intimate with people or anything like that, but for us to just go on a date, just go casual, straight, can't even talk, straight platonic, no intimacy, no nothing, just change the scenery, still come home to each other, we still have a household, like we're not gonna go wild, we're on the outs and we got to do something. So Peter doesn't go with it. In a sense, Peter is kicking and screaming because he's just like, I love my wife. Sure, life is, we in the beginning, we were going at it like rabbits. Then we had kids. Then we had the house, like careers, like this is life. And so he was like, all right, I'll go with it. So Ainsley goes out on this date. And she had the rules set up. She's like the brains of the marriage, and he is like the logistical person. Like he's just the plans, the blueprint of it all. So, Ainsley goes out with this man. His name is Luke. Stefan. It's Stefan. Or Stefan. Sorry, I had to think about it. Another Kiersten book. But it was Stefan. So they go out on this dinner. Stefan is a police officer. Like, she didn't know that at first. But he's a police officer. She works as a... Oh, excuse me. She works as a branch manager at a bank. And so she goes out on a date. Everything is well and fine. Nothing happens. She comes home. Cool. So Peter goes out. They were using this app called Dater or something like that. And so it matches people up and whatnot. So Peter is like super awkward at this. And he matched up with this woman named Gina from his work. He was just like, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't want to mix business with pleasure. things of that nature. So he ends up going out with this girl named Mallory. So in front of the website, so he goes out with this girl, and Peter goes all in. He's just like, because one of the rules of the arrangement is that they cannot talk about who they went out with, the name, where they went. They don't need to know where they were going, what they did, nothing. Just the fact that they went out on a date, and that was it. So Peter didn't know anything about what happened with Ainsley and Stefan, and so in Peter's mind, she cheated on him. Like physically, he feels that Ainsley cheated on him. So he was just like, okay, cool beans. So I feel horrible cheating on my wife, but if I do, you know, at least the odds are even. He goes and sleeps with the girl Mallory. I don't understand why folks just go off of assumptions, but he does. He goes, has a grand old time with old girl. Now, mind you, Ainsley and Peter are like in their upper 30s, maybe early 40s, maybe like their late 30s, like 37, 38. Mallory is like a 22, 23-year-old little friend. I'm not gonna say what society would say, but just a little friend that he sleeps with. One time, Caesar doesn't want to go out with her anymore. He's just like, I can't do this. This is eating me up. So he wants to go and tell his wife, Ainsley, like, look here, I can't do this. I want you and only you, and that's it. So when he is going to do this, Stefan, while this is happening over the course of like a week, Stefan is messaging Ainsley out of control. Like, I need to see you. I need to see you. And she's just like, how did you know my real name? Because I think like she went by Lisa or something like that. And Peter went off a bogus name too. So when she checked her text messages, she was like, how does he, like Stefan used her real name. He was like, Ainsley, it was really great to meet you. And she was like, wait, how did you know my real name? This man shows up at her house, at their house, and she is freaking out. Like, she is talking to Peter. She calls Peter and is like, Peter, while he's on his date, his one date. And so he's on a date with, no, I'm sorry. This is a second date, but this is with somebody else, because when he initially matched up with somebody through the dater app, it was through someone named Gina who works at his work, or who works at his job. He decided to go with Mallory. First date. Second date, Gina was like, I want in on the fun. Now, mind you, she does not know about the situation. She doesn't know that Peter went out on a date. She was just like, you insinuated that you would like to go out and have a good time, and I would like for you to, hold that offer true. I'm going to take you up on your offer. I want you to take me out on a date. And so while he's out on a date with Gina, he gets the call from Ainsley that Stefan is at their house, like acting erratically. So at this point, I'm going to stop, because we're well over, maybe like halfway of the book, slightly over, but not like a whole lot, where I'm going to give you a lot of meat and potatoes. But baby, this book, oh goodness, this book came to 209 pages. When I tell you, K-Mod is like the GOAT in putting so much into such a small amount of pages. Like, don't get me wrong, 200 and some pages is a lot, but what she does in like 200, 250 pages can sometimes take other authors 300 to 500 pages. Maybe that's just how they're built. Maybe that's, their imagination. However they have it set up, K-Mod did this. So now I'm trying to contain my excitement, because I'm looking at the book called The Hollow, her brand new book that just was released on the 1st, that I got on the 2nd. And I told myself I was going to dig into that book once I finished the arrangement. I finished the arrangement. Now I want the second book of the series. Mentally, I don't know if I can handle it, but y'all have to get this book. Oh my gosh, y'all. I know I'm a little late. The arrangement. Kiersten Modglin. go get the book. I feel like when I look at all of the videos that I have on my channel, a lot of them are her books that I've discussed, either hers or Frida McFadden. And don't, now mind you, I have so many books, y'all, that I have not read, and only like a tenth of them have been read. I have so many to read. But my goodness, if you are in a slump, if you just want to read something that's real quick, something that's good, whatever the case may be, get you a Kiersten Modglin book. Get you a Frida McFadden book if you want a little more juicy. But I mean, it's so many people, but Kiersten Modglin, literally the other day, she just said that she finished her 45th book. Y'all, I'm playing catch up. I've lost track of what, I think this may be like the 10th book that I've read of hers. I forgot. I'm just excited. So go get the book. If you've read it, tell me what your thoughts are. If you have read the Atonement and Arraignment book within this series, please, please, please let me know. Put me on game, because when I tell you it is now 11:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I've been talking for the last 11 minutes. When I tell you I'm ready to jump into another one of her books, blown. Absolutely blown. Y'all have a good evening. This is Felicia with The Book Is Done, and I'm out. Bye, y'all.